financial gain involved, especially if these lessons involve contracts. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All of my newcomers, all of my returners, gratefully appreciated. Make sure you guys check out the description box for all of the information you need about me, my channel, products and services, and our membership platform. There are a bunch of links there. Here on YouTube, we have the community board, which is very essential to stay updated with all of my events, alerts, and to intertwine with each other. I like to start with an introduction. We will get into a Celtic cross style reading, and I am doing the pick a card at the end of the reading. So go ahead and set those intentions. Again, I appreciate all of the likes, the shares, the comments. I read them, I like them, I heart them. Definitely appreciate it, guys, and let's go ahead and get into this. Now, part of the introduction is a message from source to you, and I don't know who it's for, okay? But it was like this thing about lying or a liar, and I don't know if it's integrity or the subconscious, but either way, source is like, stop lying. I don't know if you deal with liars or if there are things that you kind of like exaggerate, you know? It was just like, stop. And so I laughed because it was like very direct. And source was like, it was just funny because it's like not most of us, anybody watching my channel is an adult. So it's like, stop lying. And then I'm like, why stop lying? And this came out because I'm nosy, you know. But the Mother of Cups came out with the Nine of Cups. So I felt that was like wish fulfillment. And then I felt the subconscious. I also thought about the 10 Cups and all of its variations. So a collective, a wish, contentment, whatever the case may be. There are some of us that need to be content as is, which is very important. One of your important lessons is to be totally comfortable with yourself. That's one message. So lying, exaggerating, boom, don't do that. Another thing with the Mother of Cups who sees through the rose-colored glasses is not accepting lies from others and just like trusting your gut. You know, you have this gift for a reason and use it. So then the others of us, or maybe it's all of us collectively, there's this subconscious thing about guilt, regret, and all of those lower vibration kind of terms where you build these dramas, okay, and traumas in the subconscious. And it is said that we don't really manifest from the conscious mind, our waking life. We manifest from other elements within ourselves, in our beings, okay? So if you aren't happy with who you are, or there's some misinformation being sent out into the cosmos, then you could be attracting things that you don't like or hindering yourself from, like I said, completing lessons and receiving, you know, abundance or whatnot. Then there's this last thing, because I just wanted to be really general, and I did kind of just touch on it. It's like when you are not honest with you, then you may attract others that aren't honest. But it's something about what you attract. So it's like, if you aren't really clear about what makes you happy, about who you are and what you want to be, you're sending false signals. And I have had this happen. I'm not being judgmental. This is from source, but just because I like to give you guys examples, right? If I portray, because I have like this very strong, independent, and I am, don't get me wrong, but when that's like your forefront, and then you attract people who like that, but then you have other elements of yourself that may override that, honestly. And then you get into these relationships or get into the job and you get to know these people, and then you guys kind of break apart because what's dear to your heart wasn't expressed. And they were attracted to the filter. You know, they were attracted to, oh my God, I'm thinking about catfish. Okay. So they were attracted to the exterior of whatever you presented, not what is really deep down important to you. And that could cost you. Okay. So now that's one scenario. This was like unexpected income is the first thing that came to mind. But that was like the second thing. To rewind it and go back some, it was more like something hitting you like a ton of bricks. Okay. So I don't feel that it was bad at all, right? We have the Tower that came out with this realization of some sort or an unexpected something. And to clarify the Tower, we have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. And so part of me says that male or female, this Mother of Cups is going to attract exactly what she wants in her life or his life with finances or family or relationships. And then others of you where this is an individual type journey, this is like you and this self-mastery and this appreciation for who you are and this authenticity and this truth. And then all of the experiences pay off, you know, and it could be very much so suddenly. So I definitely like that. I don't want to go into the drama of, you know, somebody, it could be, right? Because it just came up, but somebody could be presenting themselves like the creme de la creme with, you know, all of the cash flow. And it's like you may want to, you know, trust your intuition and be content. Others of you could meet this individual and it's like something you've wished for, something that you'll be happy with. So wherever you fall on the spectrum, there you have it. Okay. And keep in mind that tarot is entertainment. If it doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to make it. But I wanted to put that out there because it was a very clear message and I don't want you to miss anything. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the 5 of Cups here because y'all know I like to look at the surrounding cards. And then here I have the 6 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like help or a missed opportunity. So don't lie. If you need something, if you want something, whatever the case may be, don't, you know, I said don't fuck it up. Really? Okay. So here we are with your reading. I'm going to use the Wild Unknown for the reading, and I will clarify with my oily little suede beauties there. And we'll go ahead and get started. I hope all is well. Balance is required. Get out of your feelings, okay? Something may hit you really hard. Some of you may even be triggered by this because I just saw the Temperance card, and it's like, I do lie. You know, like, or I am being lied to. And I'm not trying to trigger you at all, okay? But that's just what I had to say to you guys. See, yep, I knew somebody was going to be triggered. Let's go ahead and get started. Trust your intuition. So the first cards we have out. First and foremost, for those of you manifesting, this gift is coming from Spirit. Others of you, the 9 for me talks about endings, and so does death. And it's like you have all of the information that you need for something to end, for something to transform. Okay, I get the Phoenix energy, this transformation. This transformation is coming about, I feel, because of some information you received, something that you're trying to do. Some of you, you know, this could come to you at night or on the 9th day, the 9th month, whatever the case may be. And I'll take clarifiers for you, but traditionally it talks about the in-between, and the Death card or Spirit could talk about the other world. For those of you that have gifts or may have suffered losses that you are really just like losing sleep over, things that you could be lying to yourself about. Okay, either way, because one of my decks depicted the 9 of Swords as like something terrifying. Okay, so some of you could be afraid of death. Afraid of the other side, afraid of darkness, afraid of spirits. And it's like, I have learned that we kind of created those fears, okay? So however you want to take that, but like I said, the clarifiers will kind of sum it up for us. The lesson involved, okay, and whatever this is to be more assertive, to move forward, to charge forward, and something coming toward you. Now, I really feel that this is the manifestation coming in. So this is like for your, I was going to say authority, for your honor and integrity and being authentic with yourself and the people in your environment. I do feel like things are going to balance out for you because this is a lesson that some of you watching this video may have learned, okay? Others of you that have like, I'm getting schizophrenia. If you don't have an issue with death or things ending, just be mindful of that, okay? Now, others of you, we have the Son of Wands here as the past. So the Son of Wands represents chaos, okay? It could represent the energy of this pandemic and being nervous about what's going to happen there. It could also talk about a short trip or an adventure that you may be afraid to take, and you could meet someone or some things or get something along the way. So there is a need to be adventurous, okay, in a sense, but also moving away from chaos, because these two cards together is giving me that 6 of Swords energy where we're kind of moving away from chaos, moving away. Oh, look at that. This is a Six of Swords. Do I put it there? That's what's crowning you. I'm taking it. Moving away from chaos. So the in-between, this dark and this light energy, I feel like that's over with. Maybe you have made a choice. And for some of you guys, that darkness is a matter of the past. The unknown, the shadow self, all of those things could be a matter of the past. And then, like I said, here's this need to kind of move away from chaos, okay? Now, the future aspect of this situation, feeling trapped for some of you, battling with happiness, battling with contentment, battling with, the King and the Queen of Cups could be battling with, drinking, fears and stuff like that. So let's just pull one card, okay? There's my clarifier. Here's the Sun. So see, it couldn't get no better than this. Where the Moon was at the bottom of the deck, and I said that you guys may have been making choices in between situations, in between relationships, in the in-between in your journey. I feel like the light is taking over, okay? So the Sun is that Phoenix energy that I was talking about, the perseverance and getting through something. And I feel like doing so without a lot of resentment and hostility. Even though this is a very dominant energy, I just feel this is kind of like it took all that was within you to kind of get to this, okay? I definitely like it. Now, because the Chariot has this emblem on its neck, this charm, okay, and this Pentacle. The Pentacles sometimes talk about contracts and obligations and agreements, okay? And look at that, the Sun and the Moon and this obligation, okay? So I do feel like whatever was unknown to you, whatever darkness or shadow aspect was there, if you have had several relationships, going in and out of jobs, in and out of relationships, or in and out of happiness, I feel like anything that may have been karmic for you, you could be released from, all right? And that's very important, a reason why not to, lie or set yourself up, because the subconscious, because I say karma is self-inflicted, and the subconscious is where all of that guilt and resentment and all of that stuff lies. So the fact that you may be cleared of karma, because the Son of Wands is also South Node, which also talks a lot about past life, and you being released from things, having this new beginning. So this is ending. I like that. And this beginning is surrounded by assertiveness and light. So definitely love that. In the center of the reading or the environment, a change of some sort. It could be financially, where you may have suffered from financial embarrassment, where you may have suffered from whatever the case. We are in Virgo season, so maybe this was like a fated kind of astrological thing, especially for my Pisces, as this is South Node, and then you have this transformation here and more transformative energy. So Scorpio is even coming up. May want to check where that is in your chart, crossing the Sun. So I definitely love that. Super Phoenix energy here with the wings, and then like I said, Scorpio, and then we have the Sun. So Pluto in Scorpio, or whatever, if you have a South Node in Scorpio, just check those aspects, okay? People may also see this change in you, but let's see in your hopes and fears, like what is it that you're trying to manifest? For some of you, love. For others of you, you want to move forward on your path, right? And you are doing so. To do that, you have to, okay, so here's a little bit of a lesson. When I do past life regressions and when I do natal charts, we often talk about the characteristics of South Node, and those are things that you may have overdone and maybe burdens that you're carrying, whereas North Node could give you more hints and clues and tips onto what to do moving forward in this life, right? And we're going to move forward away from chaos, and to do so, it just requires a bunch of different elements, okay? Whatever that means for you. Now, the outcome, as I saw the Eight of Cups in the reverse, we have the Ace of Cups. Look at that. So for all of you where this was like the whole twin flame, dealing with karmic lessons, I feel like that's being cleared, okay, for a lot of you. A lot of potential, good news. I feel like whatever's at the end of the rainbow for you is going to be there with this little Page of Pentacles. Look for a sign. And look at that. You got the rainbow. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. being guided away. And so this could even be the celestial beings. This could be the archangels, ascended masters, just kind of guiding you away. So it's kind of like, follow us, because we have this higher perspective over whatever this is going on here to create this change for you. And I definitely love it. So we'll take a couple of clarifiers, and then we'll move into the pick a card, as promised, to give you a little bit more individualized experience, is what I like to say. So with this Nine of Swords, this in between, I feel like this is the current situation that is ending or transforming for you. Let's get one card out. It's like they all want to come out. Let's see. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands and the Six of Wands. So very hard work. Very hard work. Seeds have been planted and are about to grow and sprout for you. Look at the High Priestess. You know this is coming. Okay. Also, these spiritual lessons. All right. And you have kind of been waiting. For any of you that may have been waiting, not necessarily feeling stuck, but kind of like waiting on your moment, because you knew this was coming. Look at that. We had the Mother of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And so here it is, kind of like a crossover, okay? Coming out of something into something else, and I feel like it's good. Courage was required to go the distance. When we got the Death card here, we have the Two of Pentacles. So again, some type of change. I feel like it's financial for some of you. The Emperor is here, and it could even be detachment from something. And we had a video about being under the radar, and I like that too, where others may have less control over you or this ability to get to you. Some of you guys may even be like moving away, changing your phone number, and that could be extreme. I don't know what you are doing as individuals, but there's still this feeling of detachment, but there's also this feeling of unity and coming together. And there are two totally different energies, okay? With the Chariot, okay, this assertiveness, this is the Magician energy for me. You have the Two of Swords. So being at a cross, being confused, not knowing which way to go, because the Knight of Cups has this shadow aspect about him or her, as well as this loving light side, okay? Now, this is like the Eight of Cups that I had in reverse. So some of you moving out of the confusion, all right? I definitely love that. Moving away from confusion. And it's like wherever you are, it's going to be not expected, okay? This abundance that you're coming into, for some of you that could be teachers or something like that, where you get your information or how you do the things that you do may be a question for some, but you know, you don't necessarily have to answer to them. The Ace of Wands. Now, for some of you, this is definitely a cord. Karmic situations that I feel, again, have been in the subconscious, whether you put them there, source put them there, your affiliations with others, your past life, and then we're even talking about North and South Node for some of you, where if you've had any natal charts done recently, okay? The Four of Pentacles, you're covered. That's what your strength is in this crossroad, something about the center. And if you are at the center, I feel that these pentacles are protection for you, okay? I don't feel like this is you holding on too tightly, but I do feel like it's a network of some sort. And those of you, like I said, some people may question you, or maybe you had a lot of questions in the past, and those answers are going to be coming to you. Look at that. The Enlightened One, when this card is in the reverse, talks about that information coming. For others of you, it's like you may have felt cornered or trapped in a situation, and you're being relieved of that. Now with the Ace of Cups, this newness and abundance, and I do love that, specifically having the Sun card and the Ace of Cups there. You have the Star, this transformation, okay? Some of you could be having children, or it just talks about an abundant time of growth, your life purpose, your life path, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, getting back into your divinity or into your light, okay? Because it's like shine your little bright light, honey. Maybe it's like a lighthouse in a dark storm. I don't know. Either you are the lighthouse or you're going to find one. Now, with the Lovers here, we have the Queen of Wands. So I feel that that is attraction for some of you. The Queen of Wands talks about confidence. She's also, you know, sometimes really single and independent and charismatic. She's the life of the party. So the Star card with the Queen of Wands just definitely tells me that some of you may have been, I don't want to say fooled and tricked, but there could have been individuals in your life that you were attracted to and you didn't know why, or situations that blinded you from seeing what it is that you needed to see. With the Queen of Cups and her rose-colored glasses, this could have been the rose for some of you. That Queen of Wands definitely could have been the rose. Now, the grandmother also I associate with the moon. And so it's like these past life connections or this creative energy. Some of you guys where your gifts are being activated. It's kind of cool. We have the Four of Cups here. So the change comes from acceptance and you kind of seeing things differently is really important, where you see that they were lessons and not losses. And like I said, moving forward out of confusion, letting some things go. Look, I got the Sun card for confirmation. Letting some things go and not just harboring in certain energies. And sometimes whether you thought like you were under a spell or whatever the case may be, just depending on your discernment, some things held you in certain energies, even if it was you. And those are what you're getting help being released from. And like I said, for some of you guys, it could have been karmic. For others of you, it has to do with, you know, how the stars aligned when you were born, right? But whatever the case may be. With the Fool card here, this new beginning, this beautiful change for you, I have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So I feel the Page of Cups in the reverse talks about reality over practicality. Or, I'm sorry, reality over illusions. Because the Page of Cups could be very, very dreamy and imaginative. And I feel like being detached from reality is a gift at times, but also could be a curse, because it's like you don't see things logically when there's a need to. And that's why all of these connections and all of these lessons could have been very hard for someone that is like emotionally immature, okay, or has an issue with detaching, because it's like, this will work. I just know it'll work. And then maybe even becoming frustrated because it doesn't work, but it was never meant to work. But you don't see that, right? So that's why you had to get more confidence within yourself. And notice here how we have the Sun, which is masculine energy, but I feel like it's internalized in this feminine energy. And then the Crown just talks about owning it, okay? So definitely love that. With the Sun here, and then some of you where this is like your own interpretation, this, for me, the Page of Cups talks about staying busy and having your hands full. So some of you that have done a lot of work, maybe learning these lessons, this change in life, it's like a bunch of offers coming toward you, things that you've attracted and having more than enough, an inheritance even from the celestial, you know, realm or whatever, because you did do the work. So definitely love that. Now with the Sun card here, and they all want to come out. Which one? Oh, I got the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon. So some things that are unknown to you are coming to you. Others of you, this is that release I was talking about. Look at that. Here are the 10 Pentacles. A pay raise, some good news, seeing the signs. I feel more law of attraction, and I'm just going to leave them all there. It's a bunch of green there. Now, for others of you that may have not made it to this point, the Page of Wands talks about optimism, obligations, like moderate even. So check the things that you say, you think, and you feel. If you put others' needs before yours, or if you are in committed situations where it's like you're the only one committed, that, you know, other people aren't as loving, as giving, as forgiving, or committed as you. And I don't care if this is like a job, your kids, a relationship. If it's not working, we don't have to make it work. And that also could speak to past life regressions where you took an oath, you know, that I'm going to serve, you know, this God, or I'm going to honor this marriage, or I vow to certain things that no longer serve you, because you could have made a vow to live without something. And in this life, it's something that you actually want. And then here you are sitting in the center, not really understanding why you're not getting the things that it is that you want, which is why honesty, the subconscious, courage, and meditation, manifesting is very important, because your connection with source could clear a lot of the confusion. And that way you receive the guidance to kind of move away from it. And I feel like if there was like some gas, right? Some funky gas that kind of kept you under, what is it? What do I say? Like fluoride kind of dumbs you down, a sedative or something like that. Let's just say that you were in a fog, all right? And you wouldn't know you were in the fog. You couldn't see outside of the fog. And so you would just be in it, honestly feeling like there's something else. You still have this hunch or this gut, your intuition that there's something else, but you wouldn't move. And that's the hangman. I feel stuck. And then it's an uncomfortable feeling because part of you knows that something ain't right, but the grand spectrum of you, it's like has this inability to move. Whereas if we, still ourselves, go inside, go within, meditate, and connect closer to source to ask for help, it's like you being moved out of that fog gradually. And as you, stop inhaling the gas, right, deepening the sedation, you get to see things for what they are. And you get to complete these lessons and move away from the people and heal the heartbreak and not be poor and have the things that you want. So that is all in subconscious and truth. And I absolutely love that. So as I promised, go ahead and pick your numbers, guys. We're going to choose 3 cards. And then I'm also going to lay one out for the collective. I don't want you to see them, so I guess I need to scoot back some. Because you may see the card and say, yeah, I'm going to go with that one. So whatever suits your soul, okay? Group 1, here is your card. Group 2, there is your card. And group 3, I saw your card and I was going to push her back and I'm not. There is your card. Now for the collective, the Peacock. The Peacock for me talks about acceptance. It is also beauty, attention, and attraction. So I don't know where that fits, but the Peacock is a real nonchalant energy that others seem to stare at, admire, and idolize. And the Peacock does not return that same admiration. So where we talked about that in the reading, where it talked about karmic connections and you kind of letting go of this admiration for things and people that don't give that back to you, that's how you retrieve your star power. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful card for the collective. Whether you are the Peacock or you are somebody that, admires the Peacock with nothing in return, whatever that means for you. If you chose group 1, you guys got 2 cards. I didn't mean to do that. This is Alpha and Omega. So the beginning and the end of a struggle. Okay, I don't know. Leadership and higher self, because the wolf reminds me of the alpha or the waking life, and the unicorn is like the higher self. So it could be source, it could be you. This is my Pisces card too, so I'm not sure where that fits in your zodiac, but I love it. It's very colorful and creative, and it also talks about fantasy, because unicorns is like that fantasy. And since we had the Page of Cups in the reverse, it's like living it. Instead of dreaming it, living it. So I don't know. Whatever that means for you, group 1. I kind of like it though. Group 2, you have the Scorpion. And in my Animal Oracle deck, the Scorpion talk about the sting, okay? It is also related to the Death card, the Transformation card, where it talks about endings, or check where Scorpio falls in your chart. Group 3, look at that. You have the Phoenix. So where we talked about Pluto and Scorpio, or where we talked about transformations, that may be significant to you. But baby, all of these cards are very powerful if you see that. Where the wolf has this fire, right? And the Scorpion has this tail. So it could talk about the end of something. And then this Phoenix talks about this transformation. So I absolutely love that, guys. If you do love it the same, don't forget to hit that like button and give me your feedback. Leave comments. Like I said, I do love to hear what you guys think as we continue this journey. Until next time, namaste.